It's a daunting task for the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration. It's a single mission. They're charged with enforcing drug laws and dealing with the ever-increasing drug smuggling and drug abuse within the United States. Here this morning is the new Assistant Special Agent in charge for Riverside County, Shannon. Welcome.
Thank you, Joe.
You have, I think, probably one.
Yeah, it's a very important mission, trying to enforce the Controlled Substances Act, where you're enforcing drugs coming into the United States, illegal drugs. With our southern border, a lot of them are coming across from Mexico, and the DEA is working very hard to try to control what's coming in.
So is it a never-ending job? Do you ever get a handle on any of it, really?
We have drugs come, and global issue. DEA has off the world, and they're helping focus on trying to prevent the drugs coming back into the United States. And we also work with our other foreign partners.
And because we are where we are situated, I know you have an office here in
Riverside, yeah. And also in the Coachella Valley. I run the Riverside office, and then we have a sub-office at the Palm Springs Police Department where we have agents stationed out there focusing on Coachella Valley.
And coming, from Mexico.
It's Riverside County, San Bernardino counties. These are wide open spaces with great freeway access, a lot of truck yards and areas and large ranches where you can hide drugs. The drugs would come across the border from Mexico up through the Imperial Valley and end up here in Coachella, and then it would get redistributed and moved east.
And so, but this is a constant.
Yes, it is.
It isn't like, they're stopping for the winter.
No.
So how are you keeping going to be that might try to come through?
Well, we have various resources. We have informants, we have electronic surveillance, various methods we use to go ahead and target drug trafficking cartels that are based here. They're almost all Mexican cartels. Meth is obviously our biggest issue right now. Tons of it's coming across the border right now.
What's your budget?
Globally, billions of dollars as an agency as a whole.
And so it needs to increase every year because...
Absolutely. Resources, we have 4,600 agents globally.
And so it's not only the job, here because it's crossing the border, but what is the DEA doing in working so they can try to stop it before it even is exported?
Well, you're absolutely right. The best thing to do is to stop it before it comes into the United States. So we have huge offices in Colombia and Mexico and Thailand, around Europe. We're working with our counterparts and the sources of the chemicals that are used to make methamphetamine, fentanyl, which is coming out of China and India and other parts of Asia. They all come to Mexico, and then they'll eventually work their way here. So if we can prevent it from even getting to North America, then that's a victory in itself.
I mean, what's being done in a positive way that you feel as though,
Great seizures. As I say, we're trying to reduce the number of overdose deaths with fentanyl, which is a major thing. Obviously, one of the biggest issues right now are counterfeit pills coming across. 30 pills, they go $10 to $20. So someone may have a prescription at some stage. The prescription was over there but then they became addicted. They can go buy these pills with fentanyl in them. They may look like real pills. They don't know it's necessarily have fentanyl in it, but 2 milligrams of fentanyl can kill you. And 27% of the pills that we tested last year, the DEA, had lethal doses of fentanyl in them.
27%?
Absolutely, yeah, because these aren't made by pharmaceutical companies. These are in Mexico, and you don't know who's making them and what type of dosage of fentanyl they're putting in there. And fentanyl, as you know, is a synthetic opiate. You don't have to grow it. You don't need an opium poppy to create fentanyl.
Well, a daunting job, as I mentioned at the outset. You wonder if ever you'll be out of a job.
The thing we need to do is try to reduce demand also. You can do all the enforcement you want, very important. Every October in memory of Kiki Camarena. Died in 1985. Gave his life to to his country trying to stop drug trafficking. He was based in Mexico, and convince kids, in those critical ages, don't take drugs from strangers. If you'll get good grades in school, very, very important, and that's what we focus on.
Right. Well, it's a pleasure to have
you. Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Thanks, Wade. Take a break. We'll be right back.